Hello, this is my draft analysis for the Heavenly Battle League. And so, this is the first draft league that I've been uploading ever, so I think this will be fun. I don't know. I'm going to try to live com all these games as best I can. Maybe do some stuff with the coaches afterwards, interview some people. It'll be fun. So, without further ado, our first mon is Mega Diancie. Mega Diancie gained a lot of good stuff in the DLC, and before this was already such a good mon, but this just gave it that next step up. So, what did it gain? It gained Play Rough, it gained Body Press, and it gained Mystical Fire. Play Rough makes it so that a physical set is now very much usable with Diamond Storm and Play Rough, and then Body Press makes it so Steel types now lose to physical sets too. Because if you get a +2 defense boost, Diamond Storm from that, Body Press now basically is double power, which is amazing. And it's essentially way better than Earth Power. So, that mod, fantastic Pokemon. Can't wait to use it. I tried to build a team around this mod, getting other mods that can beat anything that's a threat to this mod, so we'll see how well that goes. My next pick is Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat pairs really well with Diancie, resisting one of Diancie's weaknesses, 4 times resisting another, and then being immune to another. The only real thing that they share in common is the water weakness, which I will try and get to later, but I think I can beat water types most of the time. Rotom Heat, it's not a mod that you really would get round 2, but it's a mod that I had to get round 2, because I think it was going to go the next round 3 or round 2, and I was very late in the draft, so I really couldn't risk that, because I really wanted Rotom Heat in this team. My next pick is Slowbro. Slowbro is a mod that does one thing only, and it just beats physical mods. 110 base defense, 90 HP is very good. I've got another mod in this team later that also has 110 base defense. I don't know, I just realized that, but they both have the same defense stat. That's pretty cool. Sorry for getting off topic. But Slowbro, Psychic, Scald, this mod can do a lot of things, and a lot of them it does very well. But the best thing it does is click Teleport. Because Teleport, with Regenerator, with those fantastic stats that it has, it is one of those mods that doesn't really care about taking a bit of chip here and there, because it knows it can slack off later and not die to hits. It knows it can take less than 50% from most hits and just click slack off and get back to full pretty easily. So overall, very good mod. And then my fourth mod is Scizor. Scizor, Rotom, and Slowbro is a fantastic core that when I was going into this draft is the only thing that I had in mind when I wanted to pick. And Scizor is very, very good in the DLC because it has no HP Fire. No HP Fire in the game means a few things for this Scizor mod. It's got one weakness, and anything that doesn't get Fire Punch or Flamethrower can't beat it. 1v1. Unless they are very, very strong mods, realistically, they really can't beat this mod, which is fantastic. Fantastic for this team, because my first 3 mods all beat fire types, right? And then I'll try and get some mods instead of that also beat fire types, but overall, fire types are not going to be a problem for this team, meaning that Scizor has such a good chance to just go in some games, right? It can beat steel types, right? Unless these steel types get fire moves, realistically, it beats them. And so fire is the only reliable type to beat Scizor, which is amazing. And again, this mod gets U-turn. So far, out of my first 4 mods, 3 of them get pivot options. And all 3 of those mods are pretty slow. And then that brings us into our next mod, which is Dugtrio. Dugtrio is a mod that is amazing on this team, because it does a few things. 1, it beats steel types all the time. Unless you are a steel flying type, which I have Rotom to beat all the steel flying types. All 3 of them. Dugtrio traps steel types, and it kills steel types with Earthquake. Unless you're like a Kartana, which, again, Rotom beats Kartana. Overall, Dugtrio is amazing for this team, because it just comes in on a slow U-turn, or a slow teleport, or a slow volt switch, and just kills mods. Overall, fantastic mod for this team. Good attack stat, really, really frail. I can run Sash, I can run Bandit if I want to, like, just kill things. I can run Scarf if I want to have something like a Coco, or just, like, something really fast that my opponent has. Or, like, a Zeraora. But overall, fantastic mod. Next pick is Rillaboom. I like Rillaboom a lot. I think it does a little harm to this team, because it makes it so that DNC and Slowbro take a little bit more from moves like um, grass type attacks, but I don't think that's really a problem. Because, like, I have Scissor, which 4 times resists, and I have Rotom, which resists 2 times and has Overheat. And I've some other stuff had the line that also resists grass types. That overall, I think, very, very good mon. Rillaboom gets U-turn. Again, another U-turner. Another U-turner is fantastic for this team. Another U-turner, Drum Beating. It gets high horsepower. It gets Drain Punch. It gets Knockoff. It gets Body Press, but I want to run like Body Press Grassy Seed. That could be a set. I don't know. Overall, very good mon. And honestly, Drum Beating is such a spammable move because nothing really wants to take a Drum Beating into another attack, so it's very hard to switch into this mon, which is very good if I want to come in on something like a bulky water and click Drum Beating, and then at that point, my opponent's going to go into something that can probably take a Drum Beating, and then boom, I'm able to click another move of coverage move that this mon gets. For example, so my opponent goes into like a fire type, right? Like a Darmanitan. Or just like any good fire type that can take 1 hit from this thing and then kill me on the way back. Suddenly they're slower than me, and I can click high horsepower, and that kills them. So this mon, and it has 125 base attack. 125 base attack, plus a boosted Drum Beating, under Grassy Terrain, plus I can run like Banded Woodhammer if I really want to. This is not a bad mon. Very good mon for this team. And I really like picking it up. And so my next pick was Porygon 2, which is honestly a mon that is a staple on any draft that I ever have. For a few reasons. One, come on, it's P2. It's so bulky. It's got great things now. It got Teleport. So Teleport is another way of pivot options. At this point, literally every mon on my team except for Dugtrio and DNC get one form of pivot or another, which is amazing. And I'm trying to abuse that as best as possible. So P2 can just click Teleport, and it's another mon like that, like the same thing as Slowbro, where I can click Teleport and not be afraid of just dying to a hit. Unless they're into like something like a Tracheon or like a Machamp that's like a really strong fighting type, which again, Slowbro can beat almost every good fighting type because most all of the good fighting types are physical. So overall, P2 is fantastic. This ball is a great pairing with Slowbro or anything else on this team at this point. Tri-Tech, and it gets Bolt Beam, which I don't want to like undermine how good of a special attack this mod is. 105 base special attack plus something like Download where I'm able to get a special attack boost on a mod that's pretty weak to special attacks is fantastic. Because this mod can just click like Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, T-Bolt, something that's super effective and just wipe a mod back. And people are going to try and set up on this mod because think they can easily set up and just get hit so hard. Fantastic, fantastic mod. I've drafted P2 a lot. I've drafted this mod a lot. Our next one is Druddigon. Druddigon has fantastic coverage. It's got rocks. Stealth rocks are something that I was looking for in this mod. Because at this point, I really needed a good dragon, right? I needed something that could just be a reliable dragon type. And I realized this mod early in the draft was the dragon that I was going to need in the end. Because I needed a more bulkier dragon. Because I don't really need another offensive dragon at this point. Because I already have offensive steel and fairy type with Scizor and DNC. So I wanted one bulky mod. And that's Druddigon. But Druddigon also can be, like, offensive in some ways, because Sheer Force, plus it's insane coverage, means that it's basically able to have Sheer Force, have Life Orb, and just click attacks all the time. And it can do massive damage. This mod is so good at just doing damage and dishing out hits against my opponents. So, my next pick is Drapion. And Drapion is a mod that with 110 base defense, as I said earlier, it is a mod that people are going to be like, oh, I'm going to look like a physical move on it, and it's going to do a surprising little amount of damage. Honestly. Drapion gives me T-Spikes, right? I have a T-Spiker, I have a Stealth Rocker, and I'll get Spikes later, hopefully. This mod has good coverage. It's got Swords Dance, it's got Agility, it's got Crunch, which is knockoff is better than that. It's got Earthquake, Fire Fang, Aqua Tail, Brick Break, Ice Fang, Iron Tail. I can run, like, Agility, Ice Fang, Earthquake, Swords Dance one game and just bring those moves and just fuck shit up. But overall, this mod Losing Pursuit isn't great for it, but overall, great mod. Next mod is Frostlass. As I said, I wanted to pick from Spikes, and I got a Spiker. I got a Thunder Wave mod. Overall, Frostlass is good, but it's not great. It's like, it's pretty budget. I had very few points left at this time, and I just said, you know what? I've got enough points for Frostlass. I had, like, I think 10 points left, give or take. And I said, I just need a 6-pointer. So I picked up Frostlass. It gives me an Ice type. It gives me a Ghost type, which is good. Like, I don't know, spin blockers aren't that great anymore, but still, Ghost types aren't bad. It gives me Thunderwave. It gives me Destiny Bond, and it's a niche pick. Maybe it'll come to 1 or 2 games. So my last mod was Graplocked, which I dropped after week 1. So I'll have Primeape for week 2. Primeape is way worse in the stats department, but it's got way better coverage. Graplocked has actually really decent stats with 118 attack, and then really good bulk. I think it was 95 HP and 90 defense and 80 HP. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I have no idea. That's just off the top of my head. And Primeape has 65 HP, 60 defense, 70 speed F, which is not good. And only 105 attack isn't great either, but it can run like close combat and just dish out bigger hits. So, banned Primeape, I guess? I don't know. Primeape can come to 1 or 2 games, I guess. It's a lot better than Graplocked with its coverage. So yeah, that's the team. I like this team a lot. I think I have really solid momentum options. I have really good bulk and really good offense. Overall, let me know what you think about the team in the description below. Week 1 will be coming out maybe Sunday, something around that. If you want to watch that, great. This is just something new for me. I really hope people want to watch this. Bye. Thanks so much.